Today I'm going to talk a little bit about fidget spinners. This is actually the first one I got. I bought it at a convenience store. I think it cost me about $6. This one here is weighing in right 61, 62 grams. I actually like the weight of this. That's basically 2 ounces. This is my second spinner. I actually got this one at the dollar store. It's 51 or 52 grams. It glows in the dark, which is really cool. This one I actually asked for. My brother had it. It's really light. It's 32 grams, basically just over an ounce. And then this one I didn't ask for, but I got, also from my brother. Comes with its own box. This is the Victorem AeroShip. And this one weighs in at 90 grams, 89 to 90 grams, which is basically 3 ounces. Okay. So we've got 1 2/3, 2 and 3 ounces on the weights. Let me move the scale here. I'm actually going to grab a timer, so I'll be right back. I'm going to just start the timer, and then what I'm going to do is start spinning. I'm going to do 3 spins and then average, go from the start time to the stop time. This blue one actually doesn't spin worth beans. There we're going maybe 10 seconds, 12 seconds. I'm going to move that one out of the way. I actually like this one for the size, the weight. It fits really well in your pocket. It's actually, I believe, the same diameter as the AeroShip. However, it's a third the weight, 32 versus 90 grams. Also, I noticed that it spins better this way. Let's give her 3 spins and see how it does. This one does spin longer than the blue one. I actually know how these spin, and these two have the longest times, but we're going to time it anyway. That, not too bad. 30 seconds, give or take. Well, that's spinning. I'm going to grab a pen. Well, about 29 seconds. 28 seconds. The average on that one is 29 seconds. I thought it spun a little better than that. Of course, that one's kind of hard to spin, so. And these are the neutral spin, horizontal neutral spin. Let's get ready to spin this one. Start it now. I don't even remember where that was when I started it. I think it was 3 minutes and 20 seconds. If that's the case, it's at a minute right now, and it's still spinning. Might have been at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If that's the case, it's a minute now. Well, that one's spinning. I just want to go over something. This one, actually the 2 sides spin independently of each other, the spinner sides, and it's got quite a lot of play on it. Whereas all the others are pretty firm, and there is no, they lock. One side is locked to the other. This is definitely a cool spinner. Look at that, wow. 5 minutes and still, 5 minutes 35 seconds and still spinning. I think this one has been going now for 2 minutes and 15, give or take, seconds, but I'm not positive on the time I started it, and it's still spinning. Okay, stopped at 5:53. We're going to start it at 6 minutes on the timer, just to let it spin, and I'll cut out all the boring stuff or speed it up or whatever. But I think that was at 135 seconds. I'm just looking at the screen on the camera, and it looks really cool. It looks like it's spinning backwards, and looks like the 3 holes are actually 6. Have to see how it looks on the video. Might just be this screen. 35. 2 minutes 35 seconds, so that would be 155. Okay, I'm actually going to turn this over and see if it makes a difference, and wait for 850. Two minutes. 2 minutes and 39 seconds before it started turning backwards. I'm going to do this one more time just because of the first one. I'm going to start it at 11:45. So that'd be 163. Average would be 159, which is 2 minutes 39 seconds. Okay, I'm actually gonna, hey, nice stop. Okay. Now we're gonna put the AeroShip, Victorem AeroShip, to the test. This one's a little bit harder to spin because it doesn't really give you any points to spin it by. So it's kind of like this one. I like to do it with 2 hands. Now, let me get this started. 5. Three minutes 15, 16, 7, 16. We'll call it 3:16. Okay. I'm gonna start this again, and we'll start at the 5 again. Oh. Well, I think I managed to not have the camera going. This spinner, we started it at 5 seconds. It's still spinning, and it's at 4:25. The last spin went 4 minutes and 20 seconds. This one's going for 35, 6, 4 minutes 36. I'm going to start that again, wait for the 5, and looks like waiting about 4 minutes. I don't know where the camera shut off on the last one. I'll have to see how much of this I'm going to have to redo. And just because I'm going to move that back out into the sun since the shade is moving. And I'll be back in a few minutes. 2 minutes plus. For the record, the no smoking thing is going well. I actually still have lozenges. I'm carrying them in my pocket still for emergency, although since yesterday, I've had mints, cinnamon mints, and cinnamon gum in place of the nicotine substitutes. It has been 28 days today since I had the heart attack. I did smoke after I got out of the hospital for 2 days, but I went to the lozenges on Wednesday. The 28th of September, I believe, was the date. And so it's been, Friday was day 23, day 24 without any cigarettes, and I was off the nicotine substitutes, although, like I said, I am still carrying them. Security blanket, basically. Okay, we're slowing down. 3:20. 3 minutes and 50 on that one. That one wasn't as good of a spin, maybe because I moved it, I don't know. I'm going to start this again. I'm going to flip it again, and we're going to give it another spin and another spin a few seconds later with the yellow one, and we're just going to play a little bit. The yellow one needs to move. It looks on the camera that the yellow has stopped, but it is actually moving quite well. I think I started it about 3 or 4 seconds after the AeroShip, but just going to let them spin because I've found that they're pretty close. Oh yeah, I still need to measure the AeroShip. The glow-in-the-dark one is definitely dying. I've had it at times spin almost as long as the AeroShip. Maybe it's just how much oomph I got into it. I still like it just because it's glow in the dark, and it was $1. This one was $6, and these were both gifts. This was I requested when I was stopping smoking, and this one I got to go with the other one. Both from my brother on those. $4.05. Ooh, average on this one is over 4 minutes. Puts it right around 420 plus or minus. Just for fun, let's put the caliper on here. Okay, the center is again 20. This one's a 23 millimeters. Okay, so 41 minus 11.5 would be 29.5 times 2, so that's roughly another 60 millimeter overall diameter. It's again a triangle or a rounded triangle. Hard to get a good measurement. I really do like this. This is a really slick one. The only issue that I have with the AeroShip is the fact that to just carry it with me, it's a lot of time, a lot of weight. For just carrying in my pocket the 1 ounce versus the 3 ounce, even though they're roughly the same diameter, just the 1 ounce is just easier to put in your pocket and take with you. The AeroShip is great to sit on my desk, and that's where it is. This one I think is going to end up being a truck, go in the vehicle, and these two will sit on my desk. They have similar, or the closest spin times, the longest spin times, so they're the coolest to just spin and let go while I'm doing something else, and to be able to look down and see if they're still going well later in the project. Since I messed up on the video, I'll have to do some editing